Mass extinction or revolution? I think we're going to have a situation where in the 21st century, either there's going to be some type of revolution, whether it involve the poor eating the rich or some type of revolution, or a mass die-off event where the wealthy are able to eliminate a lot of the poor, a lot of the people that they no longer need for their new economy. Because we're seeing the middle class shrink. It's a situation where the average American needs to make many, many times their income just to really afford a home. Gen Z can't really afford a home. Even millennials are struggling to afford a home. So at a certain point, if you have 0.01% of the population controlling, the people at the very top, or at least I'll say 0.1% of the population controlling vast amounts of wealth, so much wealth that everybody in the lower 90%, I would say, they are struggling. They can't really afford basic items. They can't really afford to really live, in a sense. You're going to have a big crisis. You're going to have people, I mean, you do have maybe 9% of top 10% overall who have enough resources to make it worth it. But it really, when we look at the top 1% or the top 0.1%, they really have an extreme amount of wealth. And I'm all for people building businesses and becoming wealthy. But there's something broken in our society where the average person, even if they make decent money, like $100,000, they still can't afford a home in a lot of markets. That's just crazy. And it's just something really, really broken. You have a tremendous amount of resources going into the hands of a small group of people. And eventually you're going to have the bottom 90% rebel against that top tier, those people with all that money and wealth. And when that happens, you're looking at a revolution, because there's just a lot more people at the bottom than there are at the top. So you're looking at a revolution. I think a lot of people are going to get fed up with the government and how it's obviously biased in favor to a certain group of people, even the horrible people who hurt children. There's no real accountability for the monsters who do that. You look at the Epstein situation. And I also think that either that's going to happen, or it's going to be a situation where the very powerful, wealthy, the people at the very top, are going to have to preempt it and find a way to get rid of a lot of us. And they could do that with a world war, send people off to fight. They can do that with biological warfare in a world war. They can use cyber attacks to shut down the grid and compromise people's ability to get access to basic resources, food, water, medications. I mean, there's a lot of things they can really do. So I think either the people at the very, very top are going to find a way to eliminate a lot of people, and they're going to use AI to make it easier. They're going to build a whole infrastructure based on AI. It makes it easier for them to actually survive without all of us. That's really what AI is about. I don't think it's about necessarily replacing everybody, because when you think about what's going to happen with all the people, all the workers that get replaced, a lot of people are talking about universal basic income. Why would the people at the very top start giving you some money then to keep you around, keep you alive? People talking about some utopia where, most people don't have to work anymore. Nobody has to work anymore, and then, you can just pursue your dreams and all this other stuff. Come on, guys. Is there anything about our world that makes you think that these corporations are going to do that for you? They're going to give you universal basic income. People are talking about AI tax. No, they're going to get rid of people. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I think they're going to get rid of people. That's it. People are talking about, well, what are people going to do once they lose their job because of AI? Well, the plan is for, I'm going to say, my perception is that the plan is that you're not going to be around. I'm not going to be around. I mean, that's what they're going to do. They're not going to worry about giving us a job or finding stuff for us to do. I think there's going to be a big event created by certain elite people. I'm not talking about all rich people are going to be in on this or something like that. I do think there's a certain class of individuals, definitely the Epstein class, if you would put it that way, are going to be interested in instigating or creating some type of event. Or maybe they already know something's going to happen, but something big is going to happen, and the plan is going to be, okay, how do we maintain the economy and produce things, produce what we need in manufacturing without all these humans? Because they have robots, they have AI that's going to allow them to manufacture and actually provide services without a bunch of human beings. And that looks like that's the plan, in my humble opinion. So that's what I see in the 21st century. That's how I think AI is going to be used. I don't think AI is going to be used to completely replace everybody. AI is going to be a really important part of our society. Unfortunately, I think a lot of us aren't going to be around. I probably won't be around to really witness what happens. And maybe this is just too cynical, but I think this is really the plan. This is the direction we're going. So either there's going to be some type of revolution, people take a stand against the Epstein class or all these criminals who are using the system to punish the American people, harm the American people, and people around the world, really not just America, because you have this empire is hurting people around the world. Or the people who run the show, they're going to find a way to get rid of a lot of us, most of us. All right, so although I'm not advocating any type of violence, I think that's what we're headed towards. So share your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget the future belongs to those who prepare for it today.